Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show, home improvement and maintenance tips from the pros.
Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show Action Edition, where we feature an actionable tip that you can use today. And I'm here with my old buddy, Larry. Larry, what the heck has been going on?
Johnny, there's been a lot going on. No, you know what's happening, John? The biggest thing I've noticed, it got cold on us this week.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, so folks, we live outside Atlanta, Georgia. Everybody knows that, or you should if you listen to the show on a regular basis. Anyway, the nip of fall is in the air. And you know what? Old Larry was sitting there saying, you know what? It's time for us to do the fall maintenance checklist, Johnny. It's time.
Yep.
It is time. Because, man, I'd turn the heat on in the car. I don't like that. By the way, the days are getting short. I hate that.
Exactly. And the one thing that you don't want to get caught out there, folks, is that, you let 1 week roll into another month into, now you're really trapped because you missed the your checklist here.
You missed your checklist. So what we're going to do, folks, just so you understand, we're going to do this several times. We have a complete maintenance checklist. We will send it to you. If you send us an email at questions@handymanprosradioshow.com or sign up for our newsletter, that's available on handymanprosradioshow.com at our website. We will send you the complete list. And folks, it's a pretty long and comprehensive list. We're not trying to load you up, but what we are trying to do is get prepared for cold weather. And it doesn't really matter which part of the country you live in. But we thought we'd go over a few of the items that are on that checklist just so that you have an idea of what you're doing. Right, John? Does that sound good?
Yep.
All right. What's one of the big ones, John? We talk about this all the time, but you got to do
one of the ones that are right at the top of my list is gutter clean out.
Yeah.
And if it's not on anybody else's list out there, it better be, because Larry and I were just did a job, and it all stemmed from no maintenance around the gutters and the roof with just leaves everywhere.
Understatement of the year.
Yeah. So this was causing a major water intrusion into a porch roof that was starting to rot everything. So, really, folks, get out there. If I'm not advocating you get up on a ladder and clean out your own gutters, unless they're really low, but get somebody out there, do whatever you need to do, but get your gutters checked out. And get them prepared, especially if you live in freezes.
Yeah, if you live in snow country or anywhere it's cold, you got to get your gutters cleaned out. So along with that, just moving on here, outside water drains. So, John, you have a water drain that actually runs up under your deck, right? And I know every time around this time of year, Johnny's crawling under his deck. Have you fixed that yet, by the way?
I got some other strategies gonna happen here, and I'll probably explain that at some point. But yeah, just make sure that you're ready for anything that if you do hit a freeze, or you've got drainage out there that you need to take care of. That's eroding things away. Do it now while you still can in the weather before it really gets nasty.
Yeah, and in that same vein too, drainage along your house. So if your grade is wrong at the edge of your house, have it drain away. I was talking more about water drains like your hose that runs, or you've got that hose.
I know what you're talking about, but that brought up another thing.
It brought up the drainage idea, right? So you want to keep the water away from your home, because if it freezes, it causes all kinds of problems. Now, we don't necessarily have that problem here in the South, but no matter what, I don't care when you do this one, but you need to do it regularly, a couple times a year. Make sure that your pitch is away from your house on your drainage. How do you fix that? You add a little dirt. Really, it's about that simple. Go ahead.
Let me just add in there, especially for you folks up there, up north that get a lot of snow, and when that snow starts to melt, then it can be real fun time. Draining back into the basement.
Yeah, it drains it, right, and that's the reason to have it pitch away from the home. Doors and window seals, right? Seems simple, but you got to do it sometime. You might as well do it in the fall. Check. Of course, here in the South, we do it in the spring as well, because really ours is a cooling issue. You want to keep the house cool, but if you're up north, fall is a good time to check your doors and window seals. Make sure everything seals up tight. Right? You don't want air intrusion. You don't want that nasty air intrusion. And then I always do this too. This is kind of one of my things. Engine fuel stabilization, right? So if you're not going to use your power tools much over the winter, either use non-ethanol fuel or put some stabilizer, or both, right? So
that's a great tip right there, folks, because like I say, 1 week rolls into a month into, and you just don't want your fuel to start to gel up and, get all nasty in there. So yes, Larry, that's a great tip and often overlooked.
So this and about 100 other items are available on our maintenance checklist. We will offer that out to you for free. No problem. We'll send it to you. It's a PDF. It's not a big deal, but we'll send you that to you. Send us an email at questions@handymanprosradioshow.com or subscribe to our newsletter. We will publish that as part of our newsletter in the future. It will be coming out. So you can do that at handymanprosradioshow.com, which is our website, handymanprosradioshow.com. There's also lots of other resources that are there. We've got blogs on a lot of these items are out there in blog form and things like that. We're working on some other things with our website. So anyway, take a look at that. You can also join our Facebook group. That's at Handyman Pros. And you can follow us on Twitter as well at Handyman Radio. Johnny, we got anything else?
I think that about covers this. So looking forward to sending out a bunch of those, and you folks should be jumping on these lists so you can get things done before the weather gets nasty.
Yeah, before it gets really nasty. All right, well, we want to thank you for listening to the Handyman Pros Radio Show. We will see you next week here at Old HPRS, as we like to call it. See you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.